I think this whole conversation about polyphonic perception is really interesting to me as a musician who deals with synthesizers and orchestras and all of the likes in between. Polyphony is generally known as having multiple melodies, which is especially common in older music. Like for organ, you have one melody going on per register, because that's just how things were written. And so I think the conversation is interesting for two reasons. One is that some music today isn't, by technical definition, polyphonic. If there's only one melody and a drum beat, sure, I suppose you could argue for that, but it's not going to be as polyphonic as an organ piece with strictly written different parts. And I think the second part is that polyphonic listening implies that others experience monophonic listening. This is a monophonic synth, meaning it can only play one melody line at a time. If I play two notes at a time, it'll jump between them. So what I'm kind of saying is that if you don't have this polyphonic perception, you experience music as one solid mass coming at you. It's only one stream rather than being a sum of multiple instruments. And while I understand there are auditory processing disorders, the majority of people can learn to experience the totality of music in understanding each of its instruments. Playing any instrument really helps with this, like drums specifically. It might be hard to pick out a beat or what's exactly going on underneath all those layers if you don't know what kind of goes into a beat. And that brings us to the base of this, which is in college, I had extensive practice to be really good at this. You took an orchestral piece, not knowing anything about it, and you had to figure out which instruments were in it and exactly what each of them were playing, with no help, just by using your ears. So at the end of the day, with everybody talking about this, I'm not upset if it gets more people to understand lingo that's actually used in music and just listen to their music more critically. I think that's a net good. But that being said, knowing how to use terms correctly is part of learning. So that's out there.